Johnson County 911, address your emergency.
Yes. There's a car wreck on I-40 going westbound. It's a serious car wreck. There's a car that's off the road and somebody that's trapped in the car.
It can happen to anybody because, you know, before, you know, I would see things and hear things and I was like, nah, I mean, that's not going to be me. But and lo and behold, it happened. I'm Nate Irving. This is my story, I mean, just to be able to run out through the tunnel, you know, and have the red supporting you. You get a jolt, you know, a rush of energy through your body, you know, a lot of emotions just been pent up, and you're just ready, you know, to put on a show for your supporters.
And that's exactly what Nate did in 2008. Despite missing a third of his sophomore campaign with injury, Irving finished the season with a team-high 4 interceptions, and his 8.4 tackles per game ranked 9th in the ACC.
Well, I think he could be classified as a difference maker on defense. He's made a lot of plays that have made a difference in a lot of football games for us.
Harper to pass, intercepted! Nate Irving! Irving dodges a tackle, touchdown! Nate Irving jumps it, picks it off, gets a little cowboy from his voice, and Nate Irving, what an athlete!
My philosophy was just get the man who had the ball. So that's all I had to do. That's all I was thinking about, just to get the ball back for our offense so they can go and score points for us. And just I just want to beat the man across from me or the man with the ball mentally and physically. We're legally allowed to hit him and punish him, and that's what I want to do. I want to impose my will on the opposite player, and I won't stop at anything until I get it done.
With the defense ignited by Nate's return from a midseason foot injury, NC State became bowl eligible after finishing the 2008 regular season with 4 straight ACC wins. After a successful spring practice, the Pack headed into summer with high hopes for 2009.
June 28th, 2009. Well, I was leaving my house, you know. I left my house, you know, at night, and I thought, you know, I could make the drive.
Johnson County 911.
I just remember, you know, just getting on 40. And as I got on 40, from there, I remember, you know, seeing the 18-wheeler, passing the 18-wheeler.
There's a car wreck on I-40 going westbound. It's a serious car wreck.
I had, you know, drifted off the road to the left and overcorrected and ran back right, ran off the road, just past a guardrail, ran off the road, flipped my car a few times and then hit some trees.
It's in the woods.
Car wreck in the woods of I-40 westbound?
Yes, somebody that's trapped in the car.
Okay, so the vehicle's in the woods.
Yeah, it's off the highway on the right side.
Lane. It's a westbound lane and the subjects are pinned in the vehicle?
Yes.
I know I was laying there for like a long time because they found me like 4 o'clock in the morning. And it only takes an hour and 15 minutes to get from my house to back to school, and I left about 1, 2 o'clock, so I was laying out there, and you know, some man, he called the ambulance, and they came and got me and took me back to the hospital.
If you're able to find out any more information, can you call me back, please?
Yes, but they're coming, right?
Yeah, I've already dispatched for fire, EMS, and law enforcement, okay?
All right, appreciate it.
All right.
woke up, with neck brace on, tubes going in and out of me, and, my parents right there on the bedside. Even though, I can't, recall just like actually feeling or seeing anything, just the part of being in the hospital, with the tubes and the neck braces, or in the bed and hurting to move, seeing blood everywhere. I mean, it's scary. It's so scary.
A police investigation concluded that Nate had fallen asleep at the wheel. His injuries, while not life-threatening, were substantial. His badly broken left leg required the insertion of a metal rod into his tibia, the weight-bearing bone in the lower leg. He also suffered a separated shoulder, cracked ribs, and a punctured lung, as well as numerous lacerations from shattered glass.
I mean, I couldn't do anything. I had to just lay there, and just give my body time to recover. And, like, as much as I wanted to try to do, like, my body wouldn't even let me do it. It hurts. It hurts so much. Because, while I was going through it, I felt like, it just hurts so bad. Like, I can't really find any other words or any other way to put it. Well, in my accident, when I had rolled off the road, the front of the truck, the dash had came down, and that's how I broke my leg. And my seatbelt was on, and my seat had broke backwards. And in the midst of me hitting the trees and like turning over, I slid out my front seat into the back seat, and it was laying across the back seat until the paramedics came and got me. Crazy. Had it been a different car or something small, there's no telling like what would have happened. If I would have left earlier, or even stayed the night and left earlier the next morning, it'd have been so much that would have been different. My truck could have been in here. I just wonder what happened to these people. I really don't, have any word, to describe the way I'm feeling right now. Honestly, how I'm feeling. And I'm just grateful to be here. It's not hard to look at it anymore. When it first happened, it was, because, I looked at it and I saw, bad decision after bad decision, what I was doing wrong. But now, I look at it and I'm able to pull from it and learn from it. So it's not hard for me to look at anymore. Everyday things, man. Washing, walking, My first time, I think it was like a day, 2 days in the hospital. They took me out in the hallway. I had to walk with a walker. And it was like being a baby again. I had to take baby steps. So, I mean, just being able, just having to take those steps, little by little, with as much pain as I was in. And just, I was able to walk. So I didn't complain about anything. I just, did what I had to do.
As a result of the damage to his leg, Nate was forced to sit out the entire 2009 season. But this April, after 10 months of rehab, he was able to partake in spring practice and take the field for NC State's annual K-Yow spring game. Barring any setbacks, he remains on track for full participation in 2010.
I can't put in words how happy I am to be out there with my guys and with my coaches. It felt better than before, you know, because like I say, you know, when I was sitting out, you know, I learned to cherish, you know, the game, practices and workouts, you know, way more. So once I got out there and was able to perform with my team, I was just elated. It felt real good.
And while he's thrilled to be back on the field, Nate has made sure he'll never forget the lessons learned on that fateful day.
It's to, you know, to keep me humble. I look at it and I think, you know, that's the day that my life changed. You know, I was spared. You know, I was given a second opportunity, and to take nothing for granted at all. It's just, you know, just cherish every single day and every single thing that I was able to do, and be thankful for every situation, because, you know, you go through it for a reason, you know, and I went through this for a reason, and I'm coming out, you know, a better person. So just take nothing for granted.